Guys, welcome to this video. So today I'm going to share a verse in Isaiah 26:13. This verse is going to encourage you and is going to bring light into your life. And before I share this verse, I'm going to talk about the expectations that we may have in life regarding other things, other people, but these expectations, at the end of the day, they are not met. So I'm going to read in the book of 1 Samuel from chapter 8 verse 1, and we're going to see how our needs can be met, our expectation can be met, and how they can be met, and by whom can they be met. So let's dive into the Bible. So in 1 Samuel chapter 8, it's the story of the Israelites when Samuel was old and he had appointed his sons to take over as judges of Israel. These sons of Samuel, they were very corrupt, and the people did not accept them. So they wanted someone who could be a king over them, and this someone could take charge and do all things that the king was supposed to do. So I'm going to read from 1 Samuel chapter 8, and we're going to see how this goes. 1 Samuel chapter 8 says that when Samuel became old, he made his sons judge over Israel. The name of his firstborn was Joel, the name of his second Abijah. They were judges in Beersheba. Yet his sons did not walk in ways, but turned aside after again. They took bribes and perverted justice. Then all the elders of Israel gathered together and came to Samuel at Ramah and said to him, Behold, you are old, and your sons do not walk in your ways. Now appoint for us a king to judge us like all the nations. But the thing displeased Samuel when they said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed to the Lord, and the Lord said to Samuel, Obey the voice of the people in all that they say to you. For they have not rejected you, but they have rejected me from being king over them. So from verse 1 to 7, it's about the Israelites asking for a king who would rule over them. And this thing did not only displease Samuel, but it also displeased God, because they wanted someone who could replace God, and God was not happy with them. However, he agreed that a king should be chosen for them. And verse 8, according to all the deeds that they have done from the day I brought them out of Egypt, even to this day, forsaking me and serving other gods, so they are also doing to you. Now then, obey their voice, and you shall solemnly warn them and show them the ways of the king who shall reign over them. So from verse 9, it's God telling Samuel to warn these people, because this king was not going to be godly, and this king is not going to meet the expectation of what the Israelites had towards him. But this king could be evil. He was going to punish them. He was going to take their lands, take their sons for his service, and there's not going to be peace because of the reigning of this king. However, the Israelites did not listen to Samuel's voice, neither did they listen to God, but they wanted the expectation to be met very badly, that they insisted to have a king. And when they had a king, this king mistreated them, took their lands, put huge taxes on them, and he mistreated them, basically. So what do we learn from this expectation of the Israelites? Sometimes we may have expectations towards people, thinking that these people, they are going to benefit us in our lives. They are going to be our protector, our provider. They are going to give us all sort of love in these things, and all our expectations may not be met, because first of all, they are people. And we all know what the Bible says about people, that we should not put our trust in men, but we should only put our trust in God. Sometimes we may have an expectation towards people, and later on end up being disappointed, end up being frustrated, because our needs and our expectation of them are not met. And this is the same thing that happened to the Israelites when they expected the king to do all these good things that they had in mind, but this king disappointed them. Also, in our lives, we may find other things other than people. We may find businesses, thinking that this business is going to give us a good life, it's going to make us billionaires, it's going to bring us all joy and peace. But at the end, our expectations are not met. anything in this life which we put expectations or expectation to them, they may fail us and they may make us feel disappointment and some sort of heartbreak. But at the end, we should know what brings joy to our lives, what is able to bring all our expectations, and what is able to satisfy us. There's nothing that can satisfy us in this life other than God, and all our expectations cannot be met by humans, either things, but it's only God who can satisfy all our needs and meet all our expectations. So to go to the book that I mentioned earlier, Isaiah chapter 26 verse 13, I'm going to read. Isaiah 26 verse 13 says that, O Lord our God, other lords besides thee have had dominion over us, but by thee only will we make mention of your name. So there are things that we may put to be like God of our lives, that they may meet all our needs, but these things, they may fail. But there's only one person who cannot fail our needs, and this person is God, and God can supply for all our needs if we put all our expectation to Him, because in the Bible it says that all other lords have thrown over us, but it's only you who will put in remembrance. So let us put our focus on God. Let us expect Him to meet all our expectations, and that we may have peace in our lives and joy. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.